Hey Seekers, what's happening? I am standing in my kitchen as I'm getting everything ready to go for the move on Saturday. Saturday is when the movers get here. So I'm just kind of getting things prepped. They're packing everything for me, but I kind of want to pre-pack certain things, like things that are super fragile, my studio, my cameras and gear and stuff that I need to make a living. I don't really want them to be in control of. I want to put that stuff in my car. And so just in case anything happens with the moving truck where they get delayed or anything, I can still have all of my gear in Colorado to do the show that following week when I get there. I don't know what's going to happen once the movers get my stuff, like how long it's going to take them to get there, because I don't know if they're driving a semi. I don't know. I don't know anything yet. I should get a call from the movers tomorrow or Tuesday, and then they're going to tell me the logistics and tell me how that all is going to work. I'll update you guys once I know. But I wanted to talk tonight about this story that I'm reading on RT News. And that is that Ukraine has drone struck in an area that started the Zaporizhia nuclear plant on fire. Now, according to sources, everything is fine. They put it on a cool down process, but nothing, there's no radiation, nothing is there's no danger to the people around the area that they're saying so far. They managed to get the fire under control. But this is crazy because this is an area where, yes, Russia did go in there and took control of this area in 2022. And then the people they want to join the Russian Federation there. That's what they want. That's what they voted for, the referendum. So that has basically happened. But it's still in Ukraine. And so Ukraine attacking a nuclear facility in Ukraine, are they stupid? Are they not thinking what that means? Now, what I don't know is if they're going to try, I've not seen anything in the media. Let me know if you guys have. If you've seen anything or heard anything, post a link in the comments or tell me in the comments what I should be looking for. But I haven't seen anything in the mainstream media. I haven't seen anything anywhere online about it. But my guess is they're probably going to try to blame it on Russia somehow because Russia bad. But again, I have not seen that. But what, do they not understand what a nuclear power plant meltdown would mean to their country? Are they that desperate that they're just gonna take everybody out? And then what? And is the goal to take out as many people as they can so that they can blame Russia, so that the rest of the world is it was a mass genocide or it was a mass casualty event. They took out the whole, basically half the country of Ukraine and blah, 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 blame it on Russia. So I don't know what goes into your mind as any kind of military advisor or leader or whatever to strike a nuclear plant. That makes no sense to me. Because, like I said, you'll have radiation fallout for, think of Chernobyl. That area is still not secure. You still can't go to that area. And how many years ago was Chernobyl? I don't really know. If you've not seen the documentary, or it's not a documentary, it's a show on HBO about Chernobyl. It's called Chernobyl. So good, so well done. They were as detailed as possible in the story and the how it all went down. But if you watch that just to see how that radiation affected so many people and how it just destroyed that area, and like I said, it's still not recovered, what would make you think that that's a good idea? What would make you think that that is a sound military decision? If you're gonna do things militarily, maybe take out a power plant, maybe take out the military operations, maybe take out certain things. But to take out a nuclear power plant that close to you, that's just ridiculous. So like I said, who knows what the story around this is going to be? Who knows how it's going to be spun in the Western media? You never know with the Western media because it lies, it makes things up. It's the reason why so many people think they hate Russia when there's really no reason for them to hate Russia. Russia is doing a good thing. Russia has been the good guys in this scenario. And I have all kinds of Russian citizens commenting on my posts, and I appreciate each and every one of you that will tell you if you have questions and you don't believe anything, ask them. They're there. They are there. A lot of expats that live there now that are having an amazing time. Is it perfect? No. No place is perfect. No place is perfect. But at least you can get freaking eggs at an affordable price. Am I right? Not here. Not here. So, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what this means. I'm kind of anxious to see how the Western media spins this, if they even talk about it at all. I feel like if there's no way for them to somehow tie it to Russia, they're not going to say a word. If they can get a narrative out of it that will allow them to blame Russia, then we're definitely going to hear about it. But we'll see if they're able to spin that narrative or figure out that narrative so that there's more fear-mongering on Russia. Russia bad. If they can accomplish that, we'll probably hear something. But did you guys hear about it at all? Again, share your sources with me in the comments. Tell me what you're reading, what you've seen, because I'm really curious. I'm just, these things, I get very curious when, something like this happens, right? And to just watch the propaganda spread. So you can read RT News. RT News is talking about it, and then you can see what their narrative is, or what the story is, or the facts are. And then you start to see, put that up against what the mainstream media is going to say, all right? You're going to get propaganda over here. Now, do you never get propaganda on RT? That isn't, of course, you probably do. But like George Galloway is a friend of the Redacted Show, a great guy, a great journalist, a very dedicated journalist, and he uses RT and says you don't get propaganda on RT like you do in the Western media. So just kind of wondering how they're going to spin it. But take those two and put them together, and you can watch a narrative form. RT is blocked in a lot of places. It's blocked in the U.S. in some cases. It's blocked in other countries. You cannot access it because they're afraid you're going to see the other side of the story. They don't want you to see the other side of the story. But I have the app. What am I on? How am I on it? It's not even on Ground News, which is a site that I use. It looks like I am in Safari. So I open it up in Safari, and it is opening. RT.com does open in Safari, but there for a while I couldn't get it to open. But if you're using a VPN or something, a lot of times you're still able to access it no matter what country you're in. So that's generally how I get my information. I'll read what's on RT. I'll read what the Western media is saying, and then you can kind of see the narrative that they're trying to put together just by listening to what they're saying. Listen to what they say, but watch what they do. Watch what they do. What is it? Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. But the thing is, you can just see the narratives forming around what actually happened versus what narrative they want to spin. Propaganda is harsh, man. Propaganda works. It works on people. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. It's like the Nigerian prince emails that us guys sometimes get for penis enlargement, right? Some people must take advantage of that, or they would stop doing it. So, but I can tell you firsthand it didn't work. No, just kidding. Never bought into that. I did have a conversation with my grandmother once. She said, I got this email. This person wants to transfer money, and they're going to give me this. And I said, Grandma, no. No. That is not true. That is a scam email. So obviously there are people that fall for it, or they wouldn't keep doing it. So there's people in mass that fall for propaganda, obviously. And the United States has been propagandized so much that they've convinced a huge portion of the population that Russia is our arch enemy. When in my opinion, again, I'm going to say it like I say it all the time, there's no reason for Russia to be our enemy. No reason whatsoever for Russia to be our enemy. They should be an ally. They would like to be an ally. There's no reason for us not to be an ally. They've got resources we could use. We could have open trade. We could have a very good relationship with Russia. but we choose not to for some reason. And I don't understand the reason. I really don't. I really do not understand the reason. It feels like it's just like an ego or a pride thing, like a penis measuring contest. Like, no, we can't, because of the Soviet Union and the reputation and all the things that, they did, we have to like blame Russia for that and think that they're going to do it again, that they want to do all of this stuff. But it's like, if you look at who actually does the things that we make people in America fearful of happening. Like we're saying, hey, this is going on over here. There's terrorism over here. We got to take out this place because there's terrorists. But we're doing what they're telling us that they are doing. They aren't doing it. They're defending themselves in their own land. They are in their land defending themselves, and we're the offense. So if we're the offense, we're the terrorists, right? We're not the defenders. We're not defending anybody because we usually are on the financial end of both sides of anything, of any conflict. We're generally funding the rebels and we're funding the empire, right? Both. We always are in the middle of the whole thing. And in many cases, we're starting the conflict in the first place. We're the ones egging them on to keep them fighting. While we do our little things and missions and secret missions and stuff in the background with the CIA and all this stuff, and we're stealing resources and we're doing this and we're doing that under the dark of night. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So propaganda, I'm telling you, is powerful. And so I want to see what the propaganda is going to be around this attack, if there even is any, because we don't know. If they can't find a narrative to spin, maybe they won't spin one. But anyway, you guys, the vlogs that I'm going to be doing for the next couple weeks are probably going to be shorter and maybe more sparse because I want to get I'm trying to get this all done so I can get moved. But when I get to Colorado and get things set up, I'll be back to it. And I'm telling you, I got awesome trails, like literally, my fence is here, okay? This is my yard on this side. Go over my fence right here, trails. A huge ash concrete trail like the ones that I was walking on with pizza before in the vlogs when I first started getting back into vlogging on this channel, like 2 months ago, I think at this point. I am very excited about that because if I don't have to drive or get in a car and buckle pizza in the car and then take her somewhere and get out and walk, it's every little thing like that is kind of a barrier of entry for doing things. But if I can just walk right out my door and boom, down the sidewalk, I'm gonna be walking a lot. And the weather's better there in Colorado year round. I love snow, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm very excited to get out there. But like I said, upload schedule might be a little bit off for the next couple weeks, but I will upload as much as I can. And then also for you members, I'm going to be uploading exclusive stuff behind the scenes that I'm not going to put out publicly. So if you want to get that kind of content as well, be sure to become a member of the channel. You can do it for as low as 99 cents a month. It helps support me and what I do here, and also is going to allow me to, I'm trying to get to where I can do remote live streaming, like walking on the trail with a backpack that has a live streaming unit in it, and we can walk and talk live instead of recorded video. So we can have real-time conversations while I'm walking. So if that kind of thing interests you, become a member. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And even if you think you're subscribed, make sure you check, because YouTube, they remove your subscription almost every month. I lose hundreds of followers because of YouTube, hundreds of subscribers. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to the conversations, and I'll see you again in the next video. All right, peace.